Hi everyone, my name is Brianna Quintana, and today I'm going to be talking about the Optimum Performance Training Model, or the OPT model. So it's made up of three main phases: first stabilization, then strength, then power. So the idea is to master each phase before moving on to the next, and then be able to use those skills you just mastered in the next phase. So to apply this model, coaches are able to use it to construct programs for their athletes. On the flip side, athletes can use the model to build their own program if, say, they're in the situation that they don't have access to or can't afford a personal coach or a more customized online training program. So there are three aspects of the OPT model that I want to highlight, and those are testing, adaptability, and periodization. So first, testing. You're going to have that initial test before you write a program for an athlete that'll give you an idea of their ability, their limitations, their weaknesses that you need to build up, things like that. And then throughout the program, you'll continue to test to keep an athlete on track and to keep them accountable to expected results. So these tests can indicate if and when a training program needs to be altered, for example, more or less intensity, an extra rest day, a deload cycle, a refeed, something like that. Second point is adaptability. So as you progress through a training program and progress in athletic ability, the OPT model adapts with you. From stabilization to strength to power, the focus shifts to whatever phase you're in, but keeps the previously learned skills throughout the program. So this allows for increases in performance while not leaving behind the essentials of what got you here. Finally, periodization. So coaches and athletes can use the OPT model to schedule, if you will, a time of peak performance for a competition day. For example, powerlifting meet, you need max strength. Bodybuilding show, you want perfect aesthetics. Track meet, soccer match, you want maximum energy and endurance. So you want to set your athlete up for success. So someone who's not as familiar with periodization may say, well, why not always practice what my goal is? If I want to be the fastest 100-meter sprinter in the world, why don't I just do 100-meter sprint over and over and over again until I'm the best? Well, there's a reason that flexibility and balance training come before Olympic lifting. There's a reason client assessments are done before writing a training program. You have to know your athletes' abilities and their limitations, their strengths and their weaknesses, so that each aspect of training can be addressed appropriately and ultimately conjure all that potential to maximal performance for that athlete. That's your job as a coach. Ronnie Lydor and his team summarized 4 benefits of periodization from their scholarly review research. First was optimizing the time devoted to training. Second, developing various components of sports-specific skills, preventing fatigue and burnout, and finally, aligning training phases to competition demands. Based on survey results from physical therapists, researcher Donald Hoover and his team concluded that greater knowledge of periodization can help sports physical therapists in the sustained return of athletes to high-level competition. So even when athletes are injured, the implementation of periodization and the OPT model can get them back to where they were. So for a quick recap, today I talked about the OPT model, including the 3 main phases: stabilization, strength, and power, and how coaches and athletes can apply this model. I explained the importance of testing and adaptability within the OPT model and how periodization will bring to fruition an athlete's potential.